All right, everybody. So, welcome back. As we have a new player with us today, welcome in late on. We will be doing a bit of a longer recap, recapping all of the four previous sessions we've had up until today. So, we began our adventure meeting just outside of the city of El Terrell. The bright light of the companion shining down over the city and the surrounding countryside, giving an air of perpetual dawn to the surrounding, even though it was full night. The meeting that you all were attending was to discuss the threat of dragon cultists that have been running rampant throughout the area, looting caravans, and most recently sacking an entire town. The gathered authorities from the Order of the Gauntlet, the Flaming Fist, of course, the Hell Riders of El Terrell, and a few others all agreed that this had to be dealt with, and so assembled you all and sent you out into the Eltergard forest to deal with these cultists with a guide by the name of Rhea Mantelmorn, a Hellrider captain who, despite her young years, had proved herself a valuable asset to that organization. When you got to the ritual site, it turned out that the dragon cultists were not nearly the biggest threat in the region, as each of them had been brutally slaughtered by a second cult, the Cult of the Dead Three, worshippers of the dark gods Bane, Baal, and Merkel. After dealing with this and deciding that your leaders had to know of this information, you all began a rush back to El Terrell, but arrived just in time to see the entirety of the city ripped down below the earth into the Nine Hells. Massive iron chains erupting from the ground and stabbing down into the city and ripping it below the surface. Left with only a crater before you all, you gathered what you could and set out ahead of the refugee group to try and get word to Baldur's Gate as quickly as you could. You managed to get to Baldur's Gate ahead of most of the refugees, but there had been some that arrived before you, having fled from the countryside, word traveling faster than horse. You all arrived at the gates. You were greeted, more or less, by one Captain Darnan Zodge, who had informed you that a crisis was building within the city. And a few of you having been the last known people to have been with Ulder Ravengard, he was looking for confirmation of what had happened to him. Ulder Ravengard being one of the Grand Dukes of Baldur's Gate, who had been sent to El Terrell to meet at that meeting you all went to, and now gone. Presumed to have been dragged down in the city. Presuming himself to be the new commander of the Flaming Fist, Captain Zodge put you all to work, and told you all something that you already knew, that the Cult of the Dead Three was a major problem. It turns out that they were a major problem here in Baldur's Gate as well, and he gave you free authority and free reign to deal with these cultists however you saw fit, and offering you no small sum of gold for the completion of the task. Gave you the information of the whereabouts of a spy who may have more intel about the Dead Three cultists. You met with this spy at a tavern known as the Elfsong Tavern, which made its name apparent as not long after you all arrived. It sang a haunting song that seemed to be directly about the fall of El Terrell, spooking some of the diners and some of the patrons of the bar. In the fact that this was a very different song than this spectral elf had ever sung for the tavern before. After that, you all met with Tarina, and she was more than willing to speak to you all, but not before you dealt with some angry pirates who had come to collect her head. After dealing with these individuals who had come for your contact, in some rather spectacularly gruesome fashions, Tarina was more than happy to give you the information that she had, which led you to a bathhouse near the upper city of Baldur's Gate. This bathhouse appeared to be what it was advertised as, a simple bathhouse, but after questioning some of the employees there, you learned that this was more of a front. That sinister figures had been seen coming and going from the sewers beneath the bathhouse. You were shown to a secret passageway that led down beneath the bathhouse while the employees cut their losses and left, not wanting to be there whenever what you had planned was over. You went down below these sewers, below this bathhouse into the sewers, and it became pretty evident that this was the place you were looking for. Evidence of gruesome scenes of murder and mayhem were all over the place in this dungeon. And soon, you found yourself face to face with Dead 3 cultists. You fought your way through this dungeon for some time, encountering some of their spellcasters, more of their fighters, just various different members of the Dead 3 cult. And after finding a few prisoners, some less lucky than others, some rather annoying, which were removed from the picture rather quickly. And there was actually another prisoner you came across who was left hoping that they would be okay, a tiefling woman, pulled down from their shackles and left in the room you found them in before continuing on and uncovering a room practically full of these Dead 3 cultists, fighting them, and now finding yourselves in need of a much-deserved rest in the room that they were calling their barracks. As where we're going to go ahead and pick up today. So we'll go ahead and drop you guys onto that dungeon map, and Layden, it will be very clear where you are pretty quickly.
Okay.
We had just taken a short rest, correct?
I believe so. I believe the discussion was to have a short rest just as we were wrapping up the session last week.
As part of that short rest, can I have cast Ritual Detect Magic and Ritual Identify if necessary on some of the things we picked up?
Sure.
Like I believe we had a bag that had beans in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would preclude a short rest, right? It would just make yours a little longer. Because like casting spells is strenuous or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be 20 minutes of casting. So
I can cast Detect Magic to make it faster. Yeah, I'll do that.
You probably don't want to waste a first level spell slot just to do that.
No. I will ritual cast Detect Magic. You do Identify, so it takes less time.
If I do Identify, if it's magical, Identify would tell me that. So I guess I'll just do Ritual Cast Identify, and if it's magical, we'll know.
All right, so can I go ahead and do some hit dice then? I wasn't here
Yes,
last
you all
week,
can,
so.
absolutely, you all can go. Yeah, Kroll got a little beat up last week, if you didn't see.
A little.
Yeah.
just a little.
Half my health.
Also, looking into group loot, I noticed we have 6 potions of healing. Do we want to spread those amongst the party a little bit?
The group loot is like supposed to be what we have on us, right, DM? I don't know how that works exactly.
Yeah, the group loot is essentially one of you is think of it this way: one of you is carrying a bag full of stuff, and that's everything that's in there.
Yeah.
Once
Most likely the people who have high strength are the ones carrying it, and the idea is like if you need something, just take it out of the bag.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If there's
So
items that you
like-
specifically want on your person, we will remove it from the group loot, and you can add it to your individual inventory.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who is maintaining the group loot again?
Probably. Oh wait, me and
it's-
Althea have been trying.
Yeah. It's been us two
Okay.
so far.
And Layden, just so
That's
you know,
fine.
the group loot is a character sheet in there. If you click on it.
If it's
Okay.
okay, I'm going to take one of the potions of healing out to have on my person if needed.
Sure.
I like the idea that that Anacola and Althea just go up to Kroll and start like sifting through his bag whenever we get new things.
All right, so Layden, last you remember,
Yeah.
you were face to face with 4 or 5 men and women wearing filthy armor with a black hand splayed across the front. As you were preparing to fight this group, somebody snuck up from behind you and managed to knock you cold. You're just now coming to in a well-lit chamber. They were obviously planning on coming back for you, but got distracted by something. So that's kind of you right now. You'd be lightly bound where you are right now. They would have kind of just like very quickly just tied you up and left you there. So you're more than welcome to try to escape, or you can wait for the party to stumble across you, one or the other.
I would like to try and escape.
Okay. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay.
And all of you can make a perception check. This would be at the very end of your long rest, at the very end of your short rest.
Yeah, I wanted to know before, like, Valifon was doing some, like, what's the spell? I keep
Identify.
Yeah, while he was identifying, Anacola is going to take out the oh god, one sec. Sorry, need to check the name. What was the item called? Sorry. There it is. Okay, yeah. So she's going to take out Jasso's skull, which she still has, and she's going to put 2 pennies or two copper pieces into the eye sockets, and she's going to cast Gentle Repose on the skull, ritually.
Okay. So it's just not gonna get any older?
Yep.
Okay.
Eventually, he might come back.
Alright. Okay. So...
Does Identify tell me anything about this bag o' beans?
It does, indeed. So you immediately understand that there is some sort of magical properties here. That something is... these are not your normal bag o' beans. And... not long later, you figure fully out what they are. And here you go.
Yes.
How
many do we
that's what
have?
it was.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll for it. Give me that 3d4 and we'll see how many are in there.
Who wants to roll it? I know somebody really
I
wants
got
to.
it. Since I was casting Identify.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, good roll.
See, now I'm tempted to just use one right now, just to see what happens.
And then the other item that you
Really?
all came across, that netted cap.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Very nice. Okay.
The water breathing cap is worrying.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
One of these rooms is going to be filled with water, or it's going to not be filled with water, and as soon as we open the door, it becomes filled with water.
So, Layden, as you're in there straining against your bonds, you do find yourself unable to escape. Not quite yet. You can try again in just a moment. You can feel some of the bonds loosening, but you're not quite able to get there. Kroll, again, this is at the end of everyone's short rest, so use your hit dice, regain your resources, all of that good stuff, and then this is happening as soon as that wraps up. So before I get ahead of myself any further, does anyone else have anything they wanted to do during the short rest?
I did my arcane recovery to get a first level spell slot back.
Okay. Anacola, are you regaining any hit points?
I already did, and I'm out of hit dice.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. And Kroll, you hear some ruckus. Remember when we left off last week? You had heard that this place seemed abandoned, that you heard no movement, no signs of life anywhere left in the dungeon. Kroll, you are now beginning to hear what sounds like somebody grunting. Layton, what kind of would you be? Would you be cursing over there? Would you just be grunting and straining against your restraints? What would you be doing as you're trying to escape?
I would be cussing like a sailor and
Nice.
grunting at the same time.
So Curl, that is what you hear.
Hell is that? Can you? Anybody else hear that?
Once you point it out, it becomes faintly audible to your compatriots.
Did we check this out?
Where is it coming from?
Just as right now, all I can tell is it's coming from the other side of the door.
Oh. Yeah, I'll check it out. Anna will walk over and then kick the door down.
Nice. So now you hear the sounds of struggle and cursing coming from the passageway to your south.
Is the south like the left?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's very confusing. Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, she'll go over to this door and also kick this one down.
Ha! Anna is our in-house door kicker along with Althea. So, as Anacola kicks that door down, Layden, why don't you go ahead and make another athletics check for me? Layden, why don't you describe to us how you break free from your bonds just as the door gets kicked open?
So I am straining, and then I do one big massive jerk, and I rip the bonds off.
All right. Anna, you see someone that was very obviously a prisoner here, much like how you discovered Valifon, suddenly break free from their bonds.
She's
And-
like,
Okay.
she was like reflexively reaching into her bag to like grab a hand, and like in preparation, in case he like was a violent threat, she'd like throw a chill touch at him.
All right. So, Layden, why don't you describe your character for us?
So Layden is a bronze dragonborn. He's medium, size medium. So he's about 6.5 feet tall.
Nice.
Small for a dragonborn.
Is it 6.5 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
He has curling ram's horns on the side of his head. He is wearing splint mail armor, and he's really pissed off right now.
All right. So, Valifon, Althea, Kroll, you all would have heard this cursing like a sailor. Somebody just break free from their bonds right around the corner there. So, what's everybody doing?
I guess come on in. Who are you?
Who the fuck are you?
I am Valifon.
Fancy
We are.
thing.
Thank you. We are. I and my companions here are dealing with some of the cultists of the Dead Three in this dungeon.
Oh, you are?
Looks like you were in a similar fate as I was earlier. I had been captured, and these fine fellows rescued me.
I wasn't captured. I was just momentarily inconvenienced.
I understand.
But yes, thank you for checking on me. I'm fine now. But you said you were hunting Dead 3 cultists?
We are.
I am too. I'm trying to find out information about El Torel.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Were you from there, or have you been in Baldur's Gate for a while?
Yes, I have friends and family and clan that live there. I saw what happened to it, and I figured that these little pricks would know what's going on. So I've been killing my way to an answer.
Very fair.
I'm gonna like late on. I can already tell.
Althea likes the style.
Yeah. Appreciating the vibe.
Appreciating the vibe.
I can
Pardon
appreciate a
my
person who does what's needed to get the answers they want.
pardon my rudeness. I am Layton Skullbreaker. I'm Dragonborn, Bronze Dragonborn. Who are you guys?
Very imposing name.
Well, my name is
am-
Althea Sky.
Good out there.
I am. Go
What's
ahead out there, or whoever.
I think Althea just finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am me.
Crow Blackfist.
Nicely met, Kroll.
You too.
And Valapon will say, I am Valapon, the Red, and do a flourish with his slender elven sword and with a salute and sheath it in one motion.
And I'm tired. Let's get going.
Nice to meet you, Tired.
I believe you're welcome to tag along with us as we try to find the rest of this nest of vipers.
Thank you for the invite.
Anna will kick this door down.
I just met you. This may be crazy.
So, Anna, as soon as you kick the door down, a woman's voice shrieks from the other side, so that you just hear a terrified scream, and you see you're walking just in time to see what looks like a person duck behind that sarcophagus.
She'll lay and walk closer.
So
Hello
as you
there.
get closer, this woman is covered head to toe in blood. And the room has 4 flickering torches in wall sconces. They light the partially collapsed crypt. The sarcophagus in the middle of the area is filled to the rim with blood. You can tell that even just a slight gentle kick would send some spillage over the side. And the side of it is streaked with dried blood. The sarcophagus lid is half buried under rubble behind it. And the woman is cowering down in the corner, and she has some tattered bits of cloth held up. She's like, please don't hurt me.
Would I be wrong in presuming this is your bedchamber? You seem to have gotten out of that crypt.
No, I just woke up in there. Please, are they gone?
Unfortunate. I appreciated.
Are who gone?
I was just taken off the street by some terribly thin and emaciated looking figures. One of them looked like they'd been cutting all over their faces. Their nose was gone. Where am I? I don't know what's happening.
Ah, I see. It seems you've been caught up in a rather unfortunate mishap. What's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah? What's your last name?
Sarah Dandar.
Where are you
Sarah
from,
Nanda?
Sarah?
From here in the city. I own a small shop over in the Wide.
Well, it seems it's your lucky day then. My name is Althea Sky, and it seems you were fortunate enough to be here when we are here. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened to you. You are safe for now. I suggest you follow us though, because otherwise, the creatures and the things that abducted you may come back for you.
You know a way out?
How
We do.
how trustworthy does this person seem?
Roll insight.
Is this person human?
Yes, the person is human. Althea is already
Therefore, Therefore,
Baronicola. I always get the A's mixed up.
Therefore, she seems very untrustworthy. Anna does not like her.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. It's so hard to tell. I was taken at night, and I just woke up in this. She points at herself in the coffin in disgust. About maybe.
Well, here, let me clean you up a bit, and I'll cast just prestidigitation to clean her up.
She looks down. She's like, thank you so much.
Are you injured?
I don't think so. I got a little bump on the back of my head, but other than that, I think I'm okay.
Can I use prestidigitation to clean out the blood in the coffin?
There is far too much of it. It is a sarcophagus
Far
filled
much.
to the brim of blood. You can clean up the outside of it.
Sure, I'll clean up the outside of it.
All right.
I am
clean up-
worried. I think. I don't know. Cleaning up the blood. That looks like something. One of the Dark Three would have had done. Messing with their holy items may bring retribution. You might want to be careful.
Well, I've already cleaned it and nothing happened, so.
Should I cast
there-
detect magic?
Is there any like writing on the sarcophagus by any chance or something?
Make an investigation check. The
Probably
woman
cleaned up.
comes out from around the back of it, still cowering into herself. She says, "Did you find there was a door, something in the stone, opened in one of those other passageways? Did you all see it when you came through?"
No. Do you remember where it was?
I do. I saw it when they were dragging me past it.
Could you
I thought
show
you
it to
said
us?
you were knocked down on the street and woke up here.
I got glimpses as I was being dragged back in.
Humans.
Could you show it where it was? Show us where it was.
She nods and points out the door.
So, where does she lead us to?
Do you know your way out of here?
She says, I don't think so. It's all very fuzzy. I got little glimpses of the passageways as I was coming in. I saw them move move a stone wall, and several of them walk through it. It's not far. It's just around the corner there.
Insight check. Oh,
She
serviceable.
is leading you towards at least what she believes to be a secret passage.
That's
Alright.
That's her there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm waiting to follow her.
I was gonna say when you were trying to clean up the sarcophagus that you were gonna clean up the sarcophagus sticking to the blood. You're gonna never mind. I'm sorry.
She points up there. Says, "There, that wall there."
That's where that guard was, isn't it?
Could you open it?
I don't think I know how.
Let's take a closer look. I'm gonna tap against the wall and see who it was down.
Okay. Make a perception or investigation.
Yep. Laggy as usual. Here we go. Oh yeah, I suck at this.
Ooh, nice. It looks like a wall.
Well, I don't see anything. Anyone else? Anyone else see anything? I'm not really good at this type of thing. More
Let
of
me
a.
let me take a look. So, get up here. And you said investigation check? Yep.
Ooh.
Are you sure this is where you saw the door?
She says, fairly certain.
And we'll start
Did
detecting
you see
magic.
what? Did you see what they did to open the door? Was there anything they pressed or?
Why don't you show us exactly where you saw it?
She points just past Kroll to this stone here.
Can I check to see?
Yeah, go ahead. Investigation or perception. Anicola, are you casting or are you ritual casting?
Ritual casting.
Okay, so 10 minutes. So within that time, Kroll, you do manage to see some seams in that door, in that wall, and you can tell that it is not set the same way as the rest of the wall. And as you're kind of feeling around, you find a small catch near the bottom of the floor that can be easily lifted up and out of the way.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and lift up that catch.
And
Does it open the door? Or?
It does. The door slides out of the way, and there are a few things that you all hear and that happen now. First and foremost, the sound of battle reaches you all. It sounds as if somebody is fighting for their lives. And then farther up ahead, there is a cultist, one of the Fists of Bane, looking around the corner as the door slides open and the stone-on-stone sound echoes through this chamber. They turn around and stare and kind of give you a confused look. The sounds of combat and the sounds of one individual, it sounds like one person fighting for their lives against several others. And Kroll, from behind you, you hear, "Look what I found!" And anyone that would look at that woman now would see a ghastly old woman, shriveled nearly to the bone, holding a wicked-looking knife.
Ooh, shit.
I knew it.
As she drops her disguised self. And we are going to roll initiative.
Never trust a human.
Alex, remember to select your token when you roll for initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
Next time it's on site. She sees a human.
Humans are all dead. No more trust. The trust is gone.
We rolled great.
Is there music playing?
Yeah, there is a little bit of ambience
Kind of
going.
a creepy.
But
Goes right along with creepy dolls.
all right.
Sorry.
So
First thing Althea would do would be look at the Skullbreaker and see if he transforms as well.
Layden is still very much a Dragonborn at this point, but I'm not going to. I think that all of you were high up enough on your guard to not be surprised by this. However, I am going to allow her one attack against Kroll.
Okay.
Kroll, it is a 17 to hit.
Nope, that misses.
Fantastic. So, as you hear that voice from behind you, Kroll, you turn just in time to see who was before a youngish human woman covered in blood, and now stands a horrifically thin, old cronish lady wielding a knife, and you turn just in time to see her jabbing that out at you. And you manage to bring your shield around just in time to catch that wickedly curved blade.
Would I be able to use a reaction right now, or
Yes.
on that attack?
No one is surprised, so yes, you can use a reaction against that. That's fine.
Can she make a con save?
Yeah, you already have your halo gone?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use brace.
15 on the con.
Okay.
Okay, so one-handed battle axe. Okay, does 21 hit?
certainly hits.
Okay.
So the smirk and the smile on her face suddenly disappears as an axe just whips around right at her.
And 11.
Annika was making death saves?
I didn't mean to. My bad. I instantly died.
Right.
Little did we know that Annika was actually poisoned.
So
The existence of a human.
the armored man,
Disgusting.
So the armored man at the end of the hallway turns and sees this whole situation play out, draws an axe and just starts charging down the hall. It's like, ah! But they can only make it 15 feet because they're knee deep in water. Out there?
Alright. Let's see here. I guess we'll kind of like take a quick peek here down the hallway.
So,
Cool.
Alex, there's going to be a few things that we're going to have to kind of describe on the fly here, like this being one of them. Our movement rules, we don't go strictly raw. And what you're seeing here is Althea can move into a space that's occupied, make an attack, and then move out of it. You just cannot end your turn in a space that is occupied.
I think that's wrong.
Okay.
Is that wrong? Oh.
I think, yeah, you can move in.
It's
Yeah.
But that is one of our movement ones.
Yeah, it's supposed to be difficult terrain, but it's
which
not.
Which we also don't run here. So I always think of it like if you see a 5-foot square on the ground, there's a lot of space to move around in that. So it's not difficult terrain, but the only thing that you do need to worry about is if you are moving through an enemy occupied space. There is a contested athletics check between the two. If you fail, you end up on a space. You end up back in the space you started. If you succeed, you can get past them. That does not take any actions or anything to do.
Awesome.
Okay, go ahead, Althea.
Alright. I just want to see what's going on here. I'm gonna attack this girl right in front of me because I'm a little annoyed after helping her and cleaning her up.
Get her covered in blood again.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? You can have all that blood back on you. It's suited you more. Except this time, let's make it your own blood.
14 does not hit. She dodges out of the way. Uncharacteristic swiftness for someone who looks so frail.
Unfortunate. I'll just move back here. That'll be it for me.
Valifon?
So I can see her well enough to cast Chill Touch from here.
Can your token see her?
Yeah,
you're good.
I can see her clearly. I think you still have me having control of Layden as well.
Oh, okay, I'll go ahead and take that off right
so
now. So
I can see as him.
But yeah, your sightline looks good. The dynamic lighting on this map is a little loose, but we'll allow it.
Yeah. I can always move up to here and cast and then move back. So I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at her.
She sees the spectral hand coming, and again, with an uncharacteristically swift movement, just dodges out of the way of it.
Okay. And I will send my familiar over to give the help action. So you see a black hummingbird flitting around trying to distract her to help Kroll on his next strike.
Okay.
And then I'll move back to here.
Right. Kroll, she whips around after dodging Althea and Valifon's attacks and just makes this strange growling noise right in your face and lashes out twice with her dagger. It is a 17 and an 18 to hit, Kroll.
18 will hit.
As she strikes out, you see that characteristic grouping and tightening of the shadows around her as all of the shadows in the hallway begin dragging away from the walls and plunge into the knife wound you sustain right now. She jabs in underneath one of your plates of armor, and all these shadows come diving up into it. You take 8 piercing, but you are vulnerable to piercing right now. So you take 16 piercing, Kroll.
What?
She withdraws the knife, and just huge amounts of blood begin pouring out of Krull, and she cackles and whips her arms around and vanishes.
Vanishes.
Damn it.
What?
She went
Thin air?
invisible.
Krull?
Invisibility.
Damn.
Oh. Yeah, I got blind fighting. Can I see her?
Oh,
Is she invisible?
Let's see it. Let's see the ability. Oh, that's great. Let's see
All
it.
right.
yeah, within 10 feet.
Krull, you can sense her right in front of you. She has not moved. She has simply gone invisible. If you study closely enough, you see that she is still leaving indentations on the ground. And as you lock eyes with her, her giant smile, and she locks eyes with you, suddenly turns to confusion.
And you have advantage thanks to the help action from my familiar.
Brick, yes. Okay. So it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and attack.
She's about to start. Oh no!
Ah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. With advantage and everything. Damn.
Son of a bitch.
So her eyes go wide as you just swing the axe at her. Her thinking that she is completely invisible, but unfortunately, she does still manage to dodge the blow.
You could surge, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Do I want to use it now? Screw it. Yeah, we'll just use it now.
Okay. No
Alright,
advantage
so
on this
let's
attack,
see.
unfortunately.
So I'll make another attack.
Look. 13 does not do it.
No.
Rip the dream.
Okay.
But I assume you are yelling out that she's invisible and right
You all
here.
just saw Krull just start swinging at something, and you could hear her moving too. You can hear her shuffling across the floor. You can hear her shouting and gasping. It is very obvious that she is there now. She is still invisible, but you know she's there.
Okay. And then for my bonus, I took I'm down to 8 health. I'll
Yeah,
probably
that
just
fucked
do
you up.
I'll do my second wind right now. So, second wind is a D10 plus 3.
D10 plus your fighter level.
Okay. So 11. Okay, and that's my turn.
Anacola.
All right. Amazing. She is going to.
That hits. Oh, are you moving up and then striking?
No, I didn't mean to hit at all. I don't know if I clicked something. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, she's going to just hex. That it's like a second level hex, but I don't think that makes a difference.
Are you doing the Fist of Bane up here, or invisibility?
No. Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't see her to hex her.
Okay. Amazing. Then that changed a lot actually. Okay, is the Fist of Bane wearing any armor?
Yes.
Metal armor?
Yep.
Then he's getting heat meddled.
Oh yeah.
If that will
The most
show up
evil
on-
spell in the game.
Oh, it's brutal. Just on the armor, like especially with how long it takes. See, that's one of the things that I don't. That's another thing that I don't like too much personally. I'm not going to change it, but it should not take nearly as long as the book says to take off a shirt of chainmail.
Well, I think it's the intent is without breaking it or something.
Yeah.
But
having to undo all the straps, and I'm sure it does take considerably longer than my brain says it does, but still.
And there's a difference between a chain shirt and chainmail. Chainmail is all kinds of stuff. I've worn it. It takes a while.
Really? That's cool.
To be fair, that's why they have magical items like cast off armor. So
Yeah. Yeah. So she's going to heat metal him, and he needs to make. Let me just read it real quick.
he just takes the damage.
Yeah.
I'm just reading because okay,
If you cast it on his armor, he can't take it off.
Yeah, so it's just
You
okay.
can't drop
He
it.
takes 2d.
Yeah.
He takes 2d fire damage. I'll roll that in a second, and he also. I don't think the con save means anything. He still has a
'cause he'd
disadvantage
still
on
have to
attack
hold on
rolls.
to it, yeah.
Yeah, it's disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks.
Nice. God, it's such a great spell. So you all see his armor just begin to light bright red, and he's just like, ah! 14.
There's just, oh gods, yeah. She's just gonna start laughing.
Is he surrounded by a cloud of steam?
Yeah, a cloud of absolutely foul-smelling steam is rising up around this man.
Oh, yeah. That's. Oh wait. Oh gods. I forgot that that's also that might be a flammable room, but we'll not think about that.
Oh god! You do not smell rotten eggs in this room. The entire complex goes up. Roll up, you characters.
This fucking blows up. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. She'll take a step back. And I don't think she has anything to do with her bonus action, so that'll be her turn.
Okay. All right, Layden.
Let's see. Can I tell that the individual in front of, and that there's anybody in front of me right now?
Yes, you saw Kroll just swinging away at something, and then you heard the sounds of that person shuffling around. It is fairly clear to you that there's someone there. Attacks against them would have disadvantage, though.
Okay. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
You'll blast everybody in front of you as well.
Never said Layden was smart.
Is it someone you can choose?
No. It's 15 feet cubed. It would blast.
He could center it on himself, can't he?
No, it would be in front of him.
It has to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, bummer.
It has to be in front of him.
Yeah, originating from you.
Yeah, Crawford has covered it.
Oh, he has. Damn that bastard. Crawford clarification.
Well then, Layden is going to swing his Warhammer.
Okay. At least you're all getting your low rolls out of the way now, right?
Actually, I think he rolled. Was that a? Yeah. Ooh.
That's
no, he rolled. You rolled damage not to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, because it is. The
Roll
Right, I
the,
see it.
click the one all the way to the left of the Warhammer on your actions.
Okay, the +4?
No, the one that looks like a little weapon to the left of where it says Warhammer on your actions.
Okay, got it. Just did it.
16.
There we go.
14.
Ooh, yes.
14 though does not, unfortunately. Since we are
Oh,
at
yeah.
disadvantage right
It's a
now, 14
disadvantage.
does not hit.
Do we want to cover sessional inspiration in case
Yes.
he wants to use them?
Thank you for reminding me. Our sessional inspiration in this game, Layden, every player starts the game off with 1 inspiration point to use. Your inspiration allows you to swap out any d20 roll for the advantage on that roll. So, for example, right now, it would just cancel out your disadvantage if you get that 16. But say this is how it gets used a lot with, say you see your dice hit the board, and you have a 3 with your regular roll, but your advantage roll would have been a crit. You can use your sessional inspiration to change that into the crit. You can also use it to succeed on saving throws or ability checks. Basically, anytime you roll a d20, you can choose to take the advantage roll. I highly recommend that you leave on your always roll advantage, which is already on your character right now. So that way you can see the 2 outcomes of those rolls, and you can just decide, okay, I want to take the better of those 2 rolls right now.
With that damage roll, I wouldn't do that here.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to do that, and then bonus action. Let's see here. I think I can do spiritual weapon with my. It's a bonus action.
Yep,
Correct?
and then with the same action, you
It
can
is.
attack with it.
And so, as a bonus action, I can attack with it as well.
Yep, it's part of the action.
Okay, I'm going to do cast spiritual weapon, and let's see what that does. That does 11. And then
Another
it's
miss.
attack. Yeah, it's gonna miss.
And it is. But it is out now, and you get your extra attack as your bonus actions now.
Okay.
Right.
So that's it. I'm done. That's
Okay.
the turn.
The fist still is that the beginning of his turns? Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d when you
No,
cast the
it's
spell?
I do it on my turn.
Got
It's
it.
my turn that I do damage. But he has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
So, screaming and practically on fire, this man just comes lurching up towards Kroll with a mace ready and swings it. And luckily, their being on practically on fire negates the advantage they would get from the flanking. So, it is a miss, Kroll.
Yay. Okay.
Out there.
Alright, let's try something that's interesting here. We're gonna do a contested athletics check against this guy in front of me.
Okay.
Ooh. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yep. He'll go ahead and roll your athletics check. Okay, so one moment. So Althea, since he is heat metal, then he is extremely hot right now. I'm going to go ahead and say you can either choose to make a constitution save or a dexterity save to see if you can avoid taking any damage from his overheated armor right now. It'll only be 1d8 if you do fail, though.
Okay, so the idea here is I'm just gonna charge past Crawl, kind of try to kick him into the wall so I can run past him,
Okay.
and then run past him and then hit him. So that's what I'm doing right now,
Okay.
and it's a Dexter con save, so you con.
Okay, you do manage to avoid burning yourself.
Yeah, so I kick him against the wall, so I don't touch him while he's burning, and I get past him. And
Nice.
then while I'm behind him, I'm just gonna wail on him a bit. Sorry, but you have to die.
25 hits.
Ooh.
And Althea, bringing your spear down from behind him, or he's against the wall, so I guess you'd be spearing him against the wall, right?
Let's see. I kicked him against the wall, so he was clambering against the wall. And right as he's coming out, I just kind of spin around and smack him with the edge of the spear and against the wall again.
And he drops.
That's it for me.
Yeah, then he just melts inside the armor.
All right. Anything else from Althea?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Valifon.
I will move up to here. I will have my familiar, who's still right there over where she is, and even though she's invisible, my familiar has blind sight. My familiar knows exactly where she is, so it has no trouble giving me the help action, and I will fire off another chill touch at her.
Okay.
And get a 12.
I'll just say now, you guys will be happy that you're getting your little rolls out now.
And then right back out.
Okay. Brings us back around to the old crone's turn. She pops back into existence. You all see her in another flourish. It looks like she's just visual. She's just appearing out of the shadow. And she whips around. And I think, yep, it's one stab at Layden. Sorry, Layden, I gotta move your spiritual weapon for a moment. It's one stab at Layden. Oh, Layden, it's a 20 to hit.
All right, so it's a hit.
So 9 piercing, but you do see those shadows diving around and into the wound, turning it into a vulnerable damage type for you. So you do take 18 piercing. She then whips around and stabs at Kroll. Kroll is only a 13 to hit.
Nope, and I'm going to use Riposte as a reaction. So, superiority die, down 1. So, turn on that, and one-handed.
15 just hits.
Oh, yes, okay. So, 8.
Right. She scowls at you and lets loose this, like, toothy hiss before going invisible again.
Really hiss back.
Roll.
Okay, so I am going to attack. So
18 hits.
Oh.
You can see her, so
Yeah.
Oh, no superiority, sorry. It's just a 6.
Just the 6.
Yeah.
You feel your axe make contact and connect, and you hear a gasp. She sounds badly hurt. All of you see blood just splatter across the wall, losing its magical invisibility as it leaves her. She is very, very hurt.
Ooh.
Is there anything else I can do? Can I drop my my shield and pull out my second axe and do a second attack?
As a bonus action? Have you used any bonus actions yet?
Yeah. No, I haven't used a bonus action yet. Would I be able to? Sorry.
I will.
That'd be the free action to drop it, and then an item interaction to pull it out. So yeah, that'd be fine, I think.
Yeah, I will allow it. I do weapon equipping and dropping and unequipping. I'm usually pretty lenient with that, so yeah, we can go ahead and allow it.
Okay. So hand axe
16 hits.
for 5.
So as she's recovering from that blow from your axe, she looks up just in time to see you bringing your offhand and an overhead arc down with that hand axe right into the crest of her skull. Her eyes... Go ahead.
How does bonus action attacking work? Because
you lose some things out of it. You lose your modifiers.
Modifier. So it would
have just been 2 damage, but that is still enough because she had exactly 2 hit points left.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
I thought it was
good.
I thought it was the attack was an 11.
Mm-mm.
I think it's just from the damage.
It's just the damage.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
That was 3rd edition that took away all your.
You all see her drop out of her invisibility. The shadows just kind of falling off of her. Her eyes wide, and Kroll's hand axe just buried into her forehead as she just drops and slumps off to the side. You all do still hear the sound of combat coming from the north, but it sounds like less and less people are fighting. Go ahead and drop out of initiative.
Paul, how badly are you hurt?
Well, someone's going ham out there.
As you say that, you hear someone just, "Roar!" And then you hear just this massive bloat land.
Athea's eyes suddenly glisten, and she's like, "I hope you guys can keep up," and starts charging.
I'm only missing like 9 hit points, so.
Layden, you may want to heal yourself if you can. Do you have any healing?
I think I do.
I completely forgot he was like a full healer. I was very useful.
Is the sound coming from over here?
It is.
Or... Okay.
I have cure wounds. Yes, I can heal myself.
Before I head north, the dagger that woman had. Pick it up.
Okay. It is a curved dagger, one of those daggers that has that serpentine angle to it, just meant to cause as much damage as it can when it goes in.
Alright, I did 10 hit points back with cure wounds.
Carl, are you stuck?
At the door to the east there.
So, Valifon, as you come up past that door, you hear some thudding and thudding and clanking and things like that, and you're...
Anna's gonna turn into a giant badger.
So, as you two turn the corner, you see that beyond the hall, a flooded chamber opens up with rough-hewn steps climbing to the south, north, and northeast. The floor buckles up above the waterline in the middle of the room, forming a small island. Corpses and doused torches float in the water around the island, atop which two men circle each other with weapons bared. One of the men, a tall, unarmored brute of a man, just huge, just this mountain of muscle type guy. His face is scarred, like he's suffered some major burns in his life. The other is being towered over by that man, and the large, scarred-faced man appears to be gravely wounded. He's clutching at his side, he's bleeding from multiple wounds, and he towers over another man that's kind of hungrily circling around him. He doesn't appear to be wounded at all. The smaller figure is a muscular, bare-chested individual. He clutches a bloody dagger in one hand and a torch in the other. His skull is completely bare of flesh. It is just a slightly bloody human skull atop his shoulders.
Didn't we fight something kind of like that before?
You fought several individuals that had been on their way to becoming what this man is. You saw them. They had been pulling chunks of their flesh away from their face. The farthest along you ever saw one of them was they were missing eyelids, nose, and lips, but you have not seen one that has completed whatever this person has done. There is no flesh.
We have like full
remaining.
red skull here.
Full red skull. And he turns towards you, and then turns back towards the man on the island with him, and he says, "Brought friends with you, have you, Mortlock? It makes no difference. I'll be waiting for you." And he runs to the north.
And I fire a chill touch at him as he's running off.
Yeah.
19.
19 hits. You hear a ah! And then, as the figure disappears into the shadows, you hear a door slam. So, the individual on the island there.
Those dead bodies off to the side?
There are 4 floating corpses. These are all, I know they look like dragon cultists, everybody, but they are, in fact, dead 3 cultists floating around this man. He falls down to one knee, still clutching onto his stomach and onto himself, where he's been stabbed multiple times, leaning on his club, much like a crutch. He says, "I don't know who you all are, but I know I owe you my life. I am Mortlock Van Thamper, son of Thalomra Van Thamper, brother to Amric and Thirstwell." You see the disdain in his voice as he says those last 2 names.
Do any of those names mean anything to us?
Anyone from Baldur's Gate would recognize the Van Thamper names almost immediately, while nobody would really be too familiar with any of them except for maybe Amric. He frequents the bars and brothels and all that kind of stuff pretty regularly. But Thirstwell is a shut-in, so no one would really know who he is too much. You would know the names. And Mortlock keeps to himself as well. So you would know the names, but the only person anyone might have interacted with at any point is Amric.
Okay.
So Valathon's backstory has him frequenting various bars, gambling and stuff. Would he?
You would know Amric to be a predatory moneylender.
Okay. You're Amric's brother?
Ugh. If I could wipe that name from the face of the earth, I would. He spits out a glob of
Inside
blood.
check.
Yeah, go ahead. He loves his brother. He thinks he's the greatest guy in the world. No, but yeah, you're not able to tell one way or the other, but he does go on to say, they set me up to be murdered here with these filthy vermin. I'll have my brother's head on a pike. He tries to stand up and bails.
Why were you here?
He kind of looks up. You see his gaze kind of divert, obvious shame in his eyes. He says, my mother tasked me with overseeing the dead 3 cultists here.
Your mother?
My mother. To my shame, her approval is all I wanted. I never would have done anything like this. These men are beasts. He looks around towards all of them. He says, the greatest pleasure I've had in a long while has been caving their filthy skulls in.
I assume that the dead body right in front of me has a caved-in skull.
Oh, yes. These have all been very clearly bludgeoned to death.
Okay.
Are any of them wearing armor?
A couple of them are wearing light leathers.
Like any of them studded leather?
No. He again tries to get to his feet. Says, Voz has no way out of here. He's cornered, trapped like the animal he is.
That's
Allow me.
The one who ran away.
He nods. He says, not to be underestimated. Allow me to rest, and I will help you in dealing with that filth.
Althea's eyes are still like glistening, like wanting to chase after him really badly. But at the same time, she's not going to leave someone who's clearly bleeding and who just killed 4 people, because the man seems respectable and demands some respect. So,
how much help does he have up there? Sorry, I interrupted you. I didn't mean to. Sorry.
You're good.
You want to know how healthy he is?
No, how much help he has up there. Is it just him, or are there others?
Mortlock would tell you that he is alone up there. He gestures around. He says this was his entourage.
I respect a man who can get the job done.
It was not all the way. Voz would have done me in for certain had you not arrived.
Did you injure him at all?
What was the question?
Did you injure him at all?
He was too quick for me.
Is this man a human man?
He is. Pretty thoroughly deformed, though. He has horrible burn scars all over his body and a pretty pronounced hunchback.
Alright. Are any of... sorry, I asked it a couple of times, but are any of the bodies wearing studded leather? I didn't hear your response.
They are not, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm picturing the hound from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, here I've actually got a handout for you all.
Yeah. Well, victory goes to the one who survives, and the fact that you live means, as far as I'm concerned, that you won. After all, if you're dead, it's over.
Ooh, he looks cool.
He's a lovely fellow.
Human, but very pretty.
What's up those stairs to the south?
It looks to be like chests of some sort, maybe.
In there, you see 4 sealed chests. As you walk up there, Mortlock says, the dragon cultists, that's their treasure.
Not anymore.
We stole it from them.
Oh.
As my allegiance with these filthy assholes is clearly at its end, I see no reason that you all can't have that.
Sweet. Can we bust them open then?
Yeah, they're not locked.
Okay. Start opening them.
She tries breaking it anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
See this
Rip-
giant
rip the
badger
lid
gnawing
off.
on a chest.
Mortlock plops onto his ass.
I'll start cleaning the blood and stuff off of him, and like helping him close his wounds by like putting some bandages on or something. Whatever I can find to help him out.
I know you said you'd help us fight Skullface, who went north. Will you move against your family now?
He thinks on it for a moment.
You said your brother set you up.
He nods and he says, I was betrayed. These assassins conspired with my brother to kill me. I do owe you my life, which is more than I can say for either of my brothers. He nods. He says, I am done vying for the affections of a mother. If she hasn't grown to care for me in these 34 years, then... Yes, I will help you. And then he goes on to tell you that his family is paying the dead 3 cultists to murder people in the city. He says that his goal was to prove that the Flaming Fist could not do its job, that they were incompetent and incapable of protecting the city. And once the city stopped paying them, the Flaming Fist would have less of a reason to stay in Baldur's Gate. And with them gone, no one could stand in the way of his mother becoming the city's next Grand Duke. If she gets her way, Baldur's Gate will share Elturel's fate and get dragged down into the Nine Hells. He says he cannot understand why his mother has taken this path of madness, but only that he wished to gain her approval.
She sounds like a lovely woman.
Very.
He says that his mother is one of the 3 remaining members of the Council of 4, which govern Baldur's Gate. Ulder Ravengard would have been one of them. And she was instrumental in convincing Ulder Ravengard to travel to Elturel and meet with its High Overseer Thavius Krieg.
Did she know what was going to happen to Elturel?
He says that even he can see the suspicion in her goading him so heavily into going to Elturel.
Interesting.
What
Is
do we
she-
find? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Delve
you
in.
can go. Mine's gonna take
No.
a bit longer.
Okay. So she wants Baldur's Gate to share Elturel's fate. Does she have some form of contact with any of the devils from that might be doing this?
He says that he doesn't know that he's not allowed into her inner circles. That if he wants to know more about what she's doing, then Amric would be the one to ask. He is the only one that she fully trusts.
Where would we find Amric?
You could see him thinking on it for a brief moment longer. You can see he's still having trouble betraying his family, but then he looks around at all the corpses, looks at his wounds, and goes on to say that Amric can be found at the Low Lantern. He says that his mother doesn't expect much of him, but she thinks the world of Amric. He's always been her favorite.
Well then, if your mother is unwilling to acknowledge you and what you're capable of as she looks around, then maybe it's time to look to a greater power. In fact, in helping us, you are helping Baldur's Gate. And I will see to it personally that if you continue to help us and that we stop this threat that's clearly here, I'll be sure to put your name forward and give you a high recommendation.
You see like a look of like pride, and it's like almost sad how much he is just like enjoying your appreciation right now, how much he like it's almost sad how much that meant to him, that somebody is willing to speak positively of him.
On that note, let's get these wounds closed and maybe get you a bit more healthy, and let's take down this final boss of this cruel place together. And then we can tell stories of your exploits.
Yes, onward. And he tries to get up and falls over. He's like really badly hurt.
Jeez. What do we find in these boxes?
So, Kroll and Badger Anna, as you are going through those boxes, they are all full. One of them has 4,500 copper pieces and
Whoa.
2 red crystal vials. So drop 2 zeros off there. That's how much gold you have. But so 4,500 copper and 2 red crystal vials with golden stoppers on them. The second chest contains 10 eye agates. Those are worth about 10 gold each, scattered amid 1,250 silver pieces. The third chest contains a delicate porcelain dragon mask. It's about 25 gold pieces. It is resting on a bed of 2,400 copper pieces and 500 silver pieces. The fourth chest contains a bronze crown with 5 spires. It is worth 250 gold. Each spire is shaped and painted to resemble one of the 5 kinds of chromatic dragons: black, blue, green, red, and white.
This is going to be very heavy.
Yes.
We'll carry it out together afterwards.
Oh, wait.
Do we need to, should we take the time to figure out what those potions are before we head?
Well,
After...
we should probably take an hour just so he has the chance to heal up, and if what he says is true and they're cornered, then they have nowhere else to go. Then it's just a matter of like, you know, you're blockading the door until we're ready to go in, and then dealing with him.
As you're saying that, you can hear that he is already blockading himself inside of the room.
I see.
How much... Is there a way out from where he went?
Mortlock would say that he has detailed knowledge of this dungeon system, and that no, there is no way out from there. Although...
So he is trapped.
He says that although he is trapped in there, he has fallen back to... You see Mortlock's face go kind of dark. He says, I refuse to step foot in there. It is a place of dark power. It is... He kind of thinks on it for a moment.
It sounds to me like we should almost rush in there then.
He says they call it the Covenant of the Dead 3.
Okay, now I'm concerned. I'm concerned that he might try to cast some kind of ritual spell within the next hour that could potentially summon something that we don't really want to face if we give him time.
I think we should drive on and get him before. I mean, my chill touch hit, so he's at least wounded.
All right. I'll kind of go over him, just like finishing covering up his wounds and cleaning him up. As much as I'd like to have you join us, I think it's best if we deal with this threat once and for all as quickly as possible before things could potentially get worse.
He nods and says, I will do what I can to help.
Well, how about you keep guard here and make sure that nobody comes up behind us, and yell to us if someone's coming.
He seems a little disappointed, but nods.
Does this passage here connect around to where the skull guy went?
Mortlock would nod and say, yes, he does. Yes, it does. And as you all are about to go around the corner, we're going to go ahead and take our break for the day. All right, everybody. So, welcome back. You had your conversation with Mortlock Van Thamper, the last remaining leader of the Dead Three cultists, Vaz, having retreated into one of the back rooms. You will find yourselves now preparing to go and confront him in some place that Mortlock has direly referred to as the Covenant of the Dead Three.
When Anna gets back from like checking the boxes, she's gonna go up to a wall, slam her face into it, and then pick up the tooth in her mouth, and then go over to Althea to drop it in her hand.
As she does that, Althea just be like, "I don't want to touch your tooth," and just like plucks the hair off of her.
Oh, that's a lot easier. That's a lot more convenient.
Do we want to all go this way, or do we want to have somebody attempt to go through the door as well, while the rest of us attempt to flank around this direction?
I got a pretty high armor class. I can, if you guys want me to.
We could break down the door.
I could
while the other
on
one
the
flanks.
door.
While we flank.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I got an idea. I have a very simple solution for this. Valifon, just so you can feel included in this, would you do the honors of breaking down the door for us so we can charge in?
You mean Mortlock?
Yes, Mortlock, yeah.
He gets up.
Valifon's not breaking down a door.
I would be happy to.
So
feels improper.
I'm gonna go this way then.
Okay. Valifon, there
is
that is a door, and it is locked. There's also a crate there next to you.
Quick look at the crate.
Yep, its top is off, and it is full of torches.
Layden, any chance you can break down this door?
Give me a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna cast Shatter on the door.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap!
No,
Whoa!
no. Just hit it with your shoulder.
So, Layden walks up, and it's like, Valifon asks that, and Layden just walks up, and you all hear this high-pitched keening begin, and the door just shatters, explodes inwards.
Well,
Go!
then.
I yelled to everybody.
Oh god. Anna assists this guy in breaking down this door.
Okay. Mortlock slams himself against the door. One moment. And it handily just explodes into shrapnel as well as he gets a, Jesus Christ, a 26 on his athletics check.
Nice.
There goes the element of surprise. Not that we had it anyway.
Not that we had an element of surprise.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, nicely done as I charge forward past him.
Okay, so Layden and Valifon, you both find yourself in a room full of crates.
You might want to back up there, Layden.
Dozens of rats go scurrying around, hiding behind crates and other such things. Althea and Kroll. On the western wall here, there is a curtain separating the two rooms, Layden and Valifon.
These rats are not like...
No, they're just they scurry around and hide behind crates.
Okay, so they're not like gonna attack.
No. Unless you like try to commit rat murder, and then they might attack you.
No.
Like we did.
As we head to the curtain, I will use a bonus action to enter Blade Song.
Okay. So, as you all enter into this room, you can see burnt torch stubs litter the entire floor of this hall, the western end of which is occupied by 3 6-foot-tall painted wooden statues. Each statue stands atop a 2-foot-high block of red stone, making it look taller and foreboding. Vaz kneels, one knee bent, both of his hands out, his skull head bowed in front of these three statues. You can hear him muttering to himself as he does. The center statue resembles a heavily armored man, whose face is hidden behind the fearsome visor of a helmet. He is painted red except for his right gauntlet, which is black. Clutched in his gauntlet is a blood-red spear pointing upwards. The statue to the north depicts a purple-garbed male noble wearing a harlequin mask and holding a dagger behind his back. The statue to the south portrays a black-robed skeleton with its jaw open wide and its bony hands outstretched. We are going to roll initiative.
I'm rolling terrible today.
Same. And not even good enough to be worth spending a session inspiration on it. And
They are rolling amazing, though. The last thing I got a 20.
The individual still has his back turned towards you all. His hands outstretched, muttering to himself. Althea?
Alright. Let's see here. First things first, we're gonna cast Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
And then we're going to proceed by, I just need to read this ability real quick.
Oh shit, yeah, you're an Isomar.
Yeah. I think it's a bonus action to activate, if I remember correctly.
I think it's an action.
This is an action?
Is it the Isomar thing, right?
Yeah, it's an action. Yeah, it's an action. So I'm then going to start like strutting forward, and as I do, I'm going to say, "If you think you know fear, you know nothing of it. Welcome to your demise." And as I do, I just see like these spectral wings sprout out from my back as I go into like this like monstrosity of a form that it would make anyone cry in fear.
fallen angel thing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
He still has not turned to face you, Althea. His back is still.
That's why I was saying words first, so he would turn to face me.
Doesn't say it has to be looking at her.
Yeah.
That can see you. It's not like he's blind or anything. Okay, within 10 feet, so that's also Anna, so I'll do that.
Wait, is it you guys too?
It's 10 feet and you don't choose the creatures.
Against you can transform other creatures within 10 feet of you that can see you must each succeed on a charisma saving throw. Okay?
You could step closer and then, but it would also be your whole turn.
I mean,
and dangerous,
yeah, sure.
dangerous range. So I'll
That's
just make
fine.
it.
No, I was gonna go here anyways. So.
Althea,
Oh.
as you continue stepping forward, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
And me as well?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. Charisma's like my thing, so. As I roll a 1, probably.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Althea, you get this overwhelming urge to kneel, almost as if the bucket-headed figure on the podium there is demanding it of you. You are able to resist this one right here.
Okay.
You are able to resist it, and you see that your aura also has no effect on the individual standing in front of you. He also succeeds on his saving throw. As soon as you step within range of him, he stands and lashes out at you with a dagger, having held the action for someone to get close to him.
Okay.
It's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
For 6 piercing, which you are vulnerable to, doubling that to 12.
Alright, well, he can take 10 cold damage as well.
Nice.
And that's going to get increased by an extra 3 from Necrotic Shroud.
Nice.
For 13.
Okay. Alright. That is going to bring us to Kroll.
Alright, so Kroll is just going to run forward. And he is going to take out his axe and attack.
Kroll, as you step forward, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit, okay.
Kroll, you find yourself... Yes.
Okay.
You find yourself compelled to kneel before the statue.
Oh.
Okay, so I kneel.
Okay. You can't move or take actions or reactions while you are kneeling in this way.
Ah.
Would my sessional inspiration
It
do
would.
anything?
It would.
Alright, I'll use that so I don't kneel.
Okay. You may proceed.
Alright. So I will attack.
15 hits. 8. Okay. The entire time this is happening, this man hasn't said a word. He has just stood to face all of you. Whenever he's not actively slashing out at you, his hands are out at his sides, a dagger in one hand, the other dripping with blood.
And
That
will be my...
Was there anything else you want to do, Kroll?
No, that's my turn, sorry.
Malifon will step through the door, move over to here, and throw a chill touch at him. 17.
17 hits.
4 necrotic, and he cannot regain hit points until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then my familiar. Do I have a token for my familiar? I do not.
Which one is it?
The bat. Well, a bat equivalent.
Quasit?
No, bat equivalent.
Sorry.
You wrong character.
Oh,
I wish I had
right.
a
I was like, wait a second. I'll grab you a bat real quick. And you now
My
have
bat.
that.
So bat's gonna fly over here. Does it get compelled to kneel as well?
It does have to make a charisma saving throw.
How do I make a charisma saving throw for a bat? I'm just gonna roll a d20. You can tell me if it.
Word. The bat is forced to ground.
Lovely. And it can't do anything. Oh well.
Correct.
To de-summon it back to the pocket dimension, does that require that requires an action, doesn't
I
it?
believe so.
Okay, that's it for me then.
Okay. Layden.
Can I, since Kroll is kneeling, can I see the individual in front of him?
Kroll is not kneeling, but yes, you can see past him.
If I were to cast Guiding Bolt, would it hit Kroll?
No.
Okay. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at second level. So, here we go.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Oh, I missed that.
Roll a d20 though for me. I'm gonna see what the chances are. I'm gonna give
Okay.
you. Actually, roll a d100. I'll give you a 20% chance of that guiding bolt hitting the statue behind him instead. So 20 and under, it knocks the statue down.
Okay. Let's see here.
You'll have to do that from the roll 20 die up in the left-hand corner.
Up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah, you'll see a d20 dice roller in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna type it in the chat.
Did that come through?
No, I do not see a d100. Alternatively, in the Roll20 chat, you can do /r space 1d100, and it'll roll it for you.
Okay. Say that again.
/r space 1d100.
Okay. Says rolling the dice, and there you go.
The guiding bolt crashes into the
What do you know?
statue standing behind this faceless figure and knocks it down to the ground. He whips around behind it and then looks back towards you, Leighton, and says, "You fool!" First words he's spoken since you've entered this room. Anything else from Leighton?
No, that's it for Leighton.
Okay. Badger Cola.
Ooh, I like that. She's going to, seeing that the statue is now knocked over, and hopefully won't have the compelling force that she's seen it present in her companions. She's going to gallivant over towards the cultist, and then take an attack.
You are not compelled to kneel.
Nice. Okay. So she's going to bite.
Are you gonna take one more step forward for flanking?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Sorry. Can I retroactively or no?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll stand
Standing
like right
beneath
on top of the bat.
Right, standing over it because it's on the ground kneeling. Actually, it would have been able to stop kneeling as soon as the statue toppled, but still can't move. But just a point of order.
Yep. 21 then.
21 hits.
5 piercing. Then it has multi-attack, so after like biting into its shoulder, she's going to try and slash at it with her claws.
13 does not hit.
Ooh. Okay. And that will. Can you end the turn? Can she enter a turn in the space of a tiny creature?
Yeah, that's fine. Just standing over the bat.
Okay.
Totally fine.
That will be her turn.
Okay. Okay. So, finally acknowledging all of you, you see him drop his arms to his side stance and back into a knife fighter's stance. This person clearly knows what they are doing. He then turns and looks towards Althea and says, "You should be kneeling." Althea, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. I'll use inspiration.
Okay. You can feel
I
your
kneel.
joints beginning to lock up, but you're able to fight through it and break whatever stunning gaze he was trying to use against you.
My eyes will like flash up like bright red. It was like a shine even brighter, and be like, "I bow to no one."
He then lashes out at you twice with his dagger. It is a 22 and a 13 to hit.
22 will hit.
Althea, it is 8 piercing, doubled to 16 for
Oh.
vulnerability.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, it couldn't just be 1 damage less. I haven't had a
You just
chance
go
to
down.
recast. I didn't have a chance to recast my armor. Damn it.
Oh no.
3. I'm exactly 0.
Oh.
Unlucky.
As he withdraws the knife from Althea, as she drops to the ground unconscious.
Wait. Hold up. Is the shadows? It's just making me vulnerable piercing. It's not actually like necrotic damage or anything, right?
No, it is just piercing, and the shadows that I described to you give you vulnerability to piercing damage.
All right.
It is. It's such a great. It's called the Aura of Murder.
Oh,
As long as it's not incapacitated, hostile creatures. Right. As long as it's not incapacitated, hostile creatures within 5 feet have vulnerability to piercing damage.
So what god do I need to swear to get this?
The god of murder.
Can you make a con save?
Yeah. Con save result is a 21.
Ouch. Okay. Yep. He's good.
Kroll, as he is withdrawing the knife from Althea as she slumps down to the ground, he then kind of points the dagger's point at you. That is the end of his turn, though. Althea, let's see that death save.
Oh, no.
Turn ordering scream over here.
Hey.
Oh.
Right. Mr. Blackfist.
All right.
Hey, are you sure not a Bane cultist, my dude? Because all of his depictions are of him with a black gauntleted fist.
Sure.
Oh, cool.
It's like you know what? Fuck all this shit. Hail Bane.
So I have a healer's kit. Would I be able? Does that take an action?
It does.
To do?
It does.
Kill the guy.
Right.
Just focus on attacking him.
Just kill him.
Yeah,
the best healing is doing more damage than they can do to you.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to, think about all options. But anyway,
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack. And 20.
Oh wow. Yeah, the healer's kit's actually pretty fucking good. I just looked it up right now. So, for future reference, if you ever do want to do something like that, Kroll, what it would do is you can use your action to instantly stabilize somebody at 0 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like save the dying or whatever, or spare the dying.
Yeah. Okay, Kroll, 20 hits.
5 slashing.
Okay.
And I am going to use a superiority die to try to trip him.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So on a hit, attempt to knock down. Hold on, let me read it really. Let me put it in the.
Yeah, he has to make a strength save or against your spell save DC, and if he fails, he goes prone. And I'm fairly certain that your save DC is higher than a 7.
Yeah, it is.
So he does drop.
This is perfect.
Sweet. And I roll a die.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a D8. Sorry, I should have.
You're good.
D8.
Another 5.
Another 5. And fuck it. I'm gonna drop my shield again if I can, and take out a hand axe and go for another attack.
Okay. Yeah, allow it once, we'll allow it again.
At advantage because he's prone.
Yep. 12 does not hit.
All right.
It will be an action to reacquire your shield, though. Or,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it will be a bonus action to reacquire your shield.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, 'cause I can kneel
that's
down and grab it.
Okay, Valafon.
Valathon will dance his way to here, drawing his rapier as he comes.
Do you want to stand over the body so that way you can get it?
He's
very prone.
He's prone. I already have advantage.
Okay, good. Yep.
That was I was going to be asking that if the trip attack hadn't worked. I'd already been thinking about that. Will shove my rapier into him. I will use my session inspiration.
You already have advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, you
yes, I don't need to. So
Okay.
11 piercing.
He's gone back to stoic silence as he takes all these wounds.
And nothing good I can do with my bonus action. Guess I should have done a booming blade on the guy, but oh well. Too late. Bye. Next.
Layden.
He can't run without getting a whole bunch of opportunity attacks.
I am going to cast Guiding Bolt again on the prone individual.
Okay. Will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Ranged attacks against prone individuals. I mean, that
Oh,
works.
wow. Jeez.
Don't think it matters.
So
And
the
that will
bolt
be my turn.
crashes into him, and he gets this glowing goldish aura around him.
All right, and that's Layden's turn.
All right, Nicola.
Oh wow, he's not dead. Okay. Yep. Okay. So she's going to lean down and try and take another bite out of his shoulder.
Okay.
That is 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Then she's going to try and slash at him.
Okay.
With her
17
claws.
hits.
That's nice. That's 7 slashing damage.
Anicola, you rip at his stomach, and you can see this massive gash open up. You can see innards in there. He just looks at you, and the skull head drops open and begins to laugh.
Once again, she doesn't stop. Oh wait, does he? Is that it? Or no? He's still fine.
He's still alive.
He's still alive. Oh
But
god.
it's not fine, but
Oh. She'll move over to here.
Okay, so on top of the statue?
Yeah, can she do that?
Yeah.
Does this fall? No. Okay.
That is actually a good point. Layton, do you have Healing Word as a cleric?
It cure.
Is that one of the
wounds, but I don't
spells you have prepared?
I do have Healing Word.
Okay, you could have used a bonus action to heal Althea. I don't know if you knew that.
think- Is she within 30 feet?
I believe so.
he could have stepped. He could have stepped 5 feet, no, 10 feet, and cast it.
If you want to retroactively do that, you can. If not, that's totally fine if you want to save the spell slot.
They're both spell slots though.
Oh,
Let's see.
no? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're-
2 leveled spells,
they're
you're right.
both
We can't do that.
he'd have been one or the other. He'd have had to
Yeah,
use
my bad.
used a cantrip
I'm-
to attack.
I'm-
If he'd done Healing Word, he could have used what Radiant,
Radiant, yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So,
All good.
all right.
Okay. The skull-faced man rises to his feet. You can see that the wounds that he has sustained would have killed anyone else. His stomach is torn open. You can see things beginning to start to fall out of it. And still he gets up, and the skull face appears to be grinning at you, Kroll. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Oh.
Oh,
Kroll. You are stunned.
great. What's the little
That's
figure
gonna
for
hurt. That's gonna hurt.
that? Oh, you got it. Okay.
You better hope she doesn't beat your AC.
He then opens the jaw wide, and his guts begin to truly spill out of his stomach as he begins cackling with wild laughter. And he stabs at Kroll twice. With a 17 with the first one and a 24 to hit with the second attack, Kroll.
24 hits.
For 9 piercing, which you
This
are
is-
vulnerable to, doubling it to 18 damage.
I'm at
I
1.
hate to say this, but you dropped your shield. Does that 17 hit against?
Oh, yeah, shit. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Oh.
Yep, sorry,
did drop-
sorry.
Okay, thank you for keeping us for reminding us there. So Kroll, you take the first hit for 17, and that one is going to be 7 piercing, doubled to 14. The second strike deals another 18 damage to you.
Okay, so I'm down.
Sorry, Kroll, but
Yeah,
no, you're
yeah.
good. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is great. This is... Oh no. I'm glad
Look.
we got a healer with all of their spell slots.
yeah.
Let's see it out there. Good luck. Oh no!
Oh fuck!
Oof. That's unlucky.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well,
Yeah,
I just love
healing word is definitely the what you need to use next round.
Roll. Death save, please.
All right.
Oh,
Ah, shit. Okay.
Alphon.
this is not looking good.
Valathon will step over Kroll and with advantage strike with his rapier.
14 does not hit.
14?
Does not hit.
And my familiar will use the help action to give the next attack. To give the giant badger advantage on its attack.
Okay. Layden, you're up.
Two of them are about to die.
All right.
Healing word off the hint hint.
I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
And then cast healing word on Althea. And here's the healing word.
Nice. That's a good healing
Ooh,
word.
max.
Yeah, max.
And you can
And
still do an
then
attack cantrip.
I can, and I'm going to do Sacred Flame
Okay.
on Mr. Red Skull.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
He does succeed. It is a 20 on his dex save.
Ooh.
Oh. And that's Layden's turn.
Anacola.
She's
You do have Valif. You do have Valifon there.
yeah. There is not a oh wait, does Valathon move back to his
Oh yeah, can I remain?
oh wait, no, he can stand there. He can stand there, my bad.
You can stand
Yeah.
over him. You can stand over his body. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, not with a with no less than a bit of worry on her brow. She's going to try and spin this guy around and tear out the rest of his guts.
19 hits.
That's 6 piercing.
Anacola, as you spin him to face you, his guts continue to fall out, and as you burrow in, you grab spine and hear a crack.
Oh.
He remains standing and cackling into the air.
Oh good God.
Okay, she's going to try to keep pulling out as much as she can until this guy's in pieces.
Okay. 11 does not hit.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's her turn.
Anacola.
Oh wait,
Go ahead.
con save.
Con save. You got it. Result of the con save is a 24. Oof.
Fuck.
So he turns around and grabs you with his free hand, and it seems to continuously just be dripping blood from that hand, but he grabs you with it, stares you in the eyes, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. I need to get my regular character sheet.
Yep.
Up, I'm sorry.
You get to use your regular wisdom for that. Good luck.
Yep. I should be really good at this. Let's see.
Nice.
Let's
So
go.
you can feel yourself beginning to lock up, but you're able to fight your way through it. And the laughter stops for just a moment before realizing that he's failed at that, but he is still going to try to jab his dagger into you twice. And it is a 22 to hit with the first attack, dealing 7 piercing, doubling to 14.
Okay, she falls out of her badger form. Can you get the other character sheet up? It's hard for me to delete them right now.
You got it.
Yeah, and then the
And
regular
did
one.
we put Anacola in? Yep, I see her.
Yep, she's all the way over there. Okay. Amazing. And she takes another 1 piece
And
of damage.
another attack is coming in. That one. Ooh, you're lucky you didn't get that stun. He hasn't crit anybody yet, thankfully. But it is an 18 to hit you, Anacola.
Yeah.
That is 7 piercing, doubled to 14.
Doubled
again.
to 14. Okay, she's on the ground. We're gonna die.
You're up.
Alright, I'm going to use my ASMR special trait, and I'm going to heal Crawl for 3 hit points
Okay.
using my healing hands.
Valifon, go ahead and move to any one of the spots around him.
You know what? I have an ability that I completely.
Oh,
fucking
right!
forgot.
Your half-orc thing.
Oh, the orc! He's an orc! He's an orc! He's not down! Totally forgot about that. Okay, in that case...
I just fucking wasted a turn. Okay.
Well, in that case, I'll use my healing hands on Anacola.
Okay.
Oh, that turned everything around.
Yeah.
So,
Kroll, go ahead and give yourself that
Anacola,
1 hit
heal
point back,
3.
and you can get up on your next turn.
And I'm gonna stand up, and we're going to... yeah, I think he's almost dead, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna hit him.
You've seen... Okay, yeah. 16 hits. For 11?
Oh,
12?
minus... Not without... No shroud, no
For
shroud.
9?
Shroud dropped.
So, your
It's magical,
spear
that matters.
thrusts straight up and through where you'd think the heart would be. And he jerks for a moment, and then you see the skull face just look up towards you, your spear jutting out of his back, and he just continues to cackle at you.
Now, you put your Hexblade's curse on him. That doesn't require concentration, but would that have gone down when she was down to 0?
I'm not sure, we'd have to look it up.
Why would Necrotic Shroud have ended?
When I got incapacitated, that stuff would have ended.
How? It just says 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it automatically ends when I get incapacitated.
Right.
Okay.
What does it say?
So, but just a reminder, my weapon is magical. I don't know if that matters.
It's not.
All right, so he's still
Yeah,
up.
she was
Even though he's at red.
He has not taken any damage from the last 3 hits he's taken.
What?
Hexblade's curse ends at incapacitation, so.
He hasn't taken any damage.
He has
What
taken
the
0
heck?
damage from you those last 3 hits.
Wow. 3. I would have cast the spell otherwise. Damn it. Okay. I guess I wasted my turn.
Kroll?
All right. So I still have a couple good berries from like way back, like in the first session or whatever.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, those would be
outside-
gone by now. They only last for 1 day.
I'm trying to think about when I would
okay.
last have given one. I think she hasn't prepared it today. I'm trying to think if she had any yesterday. Because like she has healing word prepared today, not Goodberry. But yesterday I would have had one. What time is it today?
I believe good berries only last for 1 day before they go bad.
They do. It's 24 hours.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of what time it would be right now, like what time it is now, and I'm trying to think of what time it would have been yesterday when I made them.
Regardless, it wouldn't be worth using the good berry because you can only use one at a time.
Right, and it
And
would
they're
be
only one
it would
hit
be an
point.
object interaction, so it would use up his action.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's meant
Sorry.
for out of combat healing.
We do have the healing potions though. You
Okay.
also, Carl has all the healing potions on him actually.
Not all.
Except
of them,
for one.
Oh yeah.
So what'll it be, Kroll?
So it's an action to drink a healing potion, right?
It is, in fact, an action to take a potion.
And I take it that physical damage doesn't do anything to him right now.
The last 3 wounds he's taken should have killed him and did not.
And my weapon is magical and still didn't kill him, so.
He
Oh,
had his
fuck.
guts ripped
Okay.
out. He had his spine snapped, and then he was stabbed through the heart. Laughed through all of it.
Jeez.
So something's not right.
If I fucking move though, he's gonna kill me.
He'll stab you.
All right. Well, I'll take out a potion and drink it then. So
Okay.
what do I roll for that?
I believe for standard potion of healing.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I wonder if it has something to do with the statues.
That's what I was thinking, but I can't move to go to one right now.
Let me check on the potion of healing.
I can throw my axe at one though. One of my hand axes.
Oh, sorry. It is 2d4 plus 2 for your healing potion there, Kroll.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, so 6.
That is your action.
Okay. I don't think I can really do anything for a bonus action. Well, I need to pick up my shield, so I'll
You can
pick
do
up
that.
my shield.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
And that's it.
Balafon.
Booming blade.
Okay.
So my attack with my rapier. Oh, and I would have stepped here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So
18 hits.
18?
Valafon with 7 piercing. As you stab at him, the tip of your rapier goes into the eye socket of the skull, and you can hear and feel some squelching as it hits brain matter. It goes popping out the other side. Althea, you can see the tip of the rapier come popping out the other side. The skull stops laughing, convulses a couple of times.
So I know Booming Blade normally doesn't activate until they move, but
Go for it.
as I want to do that, as the tip enters his skull, boom.
Just pop! Skull fragments and brain matter goes flying all over the place.
Oh.
The body remains standing for just a moment and then crumples to the ground.
So he just like resisted death a few times as a note. What was the ability that was making him alive?
Unstoppable.
Something-
Unstoppable. 3 times per day. 3 times per day. He reduces damage it takes on an attack to 0.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay, we were about to like change all of our tactics because we thought it was like immunity.
Valafon's last "I'm gonna fucking stab it" was definitely a good one.
Well, I did cast Booming Blade so I could hopefully do something magical to it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
That ability has tripped up every party. Every party that's fought this guy has decided to stop trying to hit him, and it has fucked them over.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest like
economy
radiant
of
damage.
action, we got him down to low hit points fast, but
All right, everybody.
Okay, Anna's gonna start like beating the shit out of him on the ground, like making sure the pieces aren't connected so he can't like attack if he gets back up.
Mortlock comes up and he's like, "Ah!" and he just bashes it with his club once or twice.
Oh yeah, what was he been doing this whole time?
He's been hanging out in the doorway.
we told him to.
Oh,
He's
did
been
we tell him
keeping
to
guard
say
for
that?
us.
My bad.
Althea told him to hang back.
Yeah, I told him to
Fair.
keep guard.
Oh,
I mean,
fair,
for
I guess.
what it's worth, I didn't take any damage.
Trust me,
my
Valafon, you
gosh.
would have been the next hit. You would have been the next target.
Insta killed.
The one time when Anacola went down, I had hoped that me stepping right up in his face was going to actually bring him like going after me, because I was in Blade Thong and I had a pretty good armor class, so I had a chance of, holding up to the storm. I had 30 hit points, so I had a chance of even taking a couple of hits, maybe.
You need to sing louder next time. Get his attention. Just start like screaming in his ear as you blade sing.
Yeah, my song in Blade Song is I am Henry VIII. I am.
Okay. It is time to get out of here.
Mortlock
Uh.
nods and says, "We've crippled their efforts here, but their numbers are still vast. We should leave these premises before any more return."
Search the body.
Yeah, can we search the body in any of the rooms that we haven't cleared yet? like the crate room here, just
Yeah,
checking the crates and
absolutely.
stuff. I know there's one room. I know there's one room back a bit further that we can check out either.
Is this guy wearing any armor?
No, he's bare chested.
I'm looking for someone to steal their clothes. Like I want better armor.
Just for reference though, Anacola, 99% of the time, if you have done enough damage to kill someone, you've done enough damage to irreparably damage their armor.
No.
Yeah.
Unless I guess
Anacola.
it's like full play or whatever. What?
Anacola, we can buy you new armor as soon as we're out of this place.
Yeah, so letter's not expensive.
I will personally buy you new armor.
I like stealing.
But I like
Feels
stealing.
Then maybe you should get better at it, because at the moment you're not very good at it. As she remembers her trying to steal something earlier.
Okay.
just a light bop with the crit.
Yeah.
All right.
But before we take the
Non-lethal
chance
damage.
of traps or enemy we missed on all this, most of us, other than me, have taken a good bit of damage. Should we take a short rest?
Short
Maybe
rest wouldn't
not
help
the-
me.
Maybe not the room with all the evil god things. So, anything on the DB?
Speaking of evil god things, Valifon, the statue behind you, the one with the purple robes and the dagger behind its back, seems to be staring at you as you move around it.
Yeah. I will quickly search the dead body and get out of eyesight of said statue because that gives me the creeps.
Right.
I'm gonna search these crates.
Do you need an investigation check or anything?
No, he was just wearing like some basic cloth pants and was shirtless. So the only thing unique on him would be his knife.
I'm gonna take it because I want to cast detect magic on it later. What was this guy's name again?
Vaz.
Vaz.
Okay. So,
Um,
Valifon, as you
VASS.
take that dagger, you just get the sudden rushing urge to violence. It passes quickly, though.
Okay. But it passes, you
It
said?
passes, yeah.
Okay.
I have a question about what is it, squishing, or like when a large creature goes into a medium-sized space. That's like half movement, right, and disadvantage on everything.
If that's a rules as written mechanic, we can certainly do that. Normally, as long as the space doesn't specifically say that it's really, really tight or really small, I usually just allow it, as long as it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like, sorry.
Squeezing.
Yeah,
It's
doesn't matter
actually
right
called
now.
squeezing. It's a mechanic.
Squeezing.
What's that?
Yes.
Squeezing.
Mhm.
Wishing.
Yeah, squishing.
Huh,
So
look at that.
what is it?
I'm
So
looking
it's
into
like-
it. I'm looking into it right now.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Movement in position.
I think it's like, is it half movement or like less than that?
I gotta love Stack Exchange.
Hmm.
I use this site so fucking much.
Yeah.
Squeezing into a
No,
smaller
but-
place. A creature can squeeze through a space that is large enough for a creature one size smaller than it. Thus, a large creature can squeeze through a passage that is only 5 feet wide. While squeezing through a space, a creature must spend 1 extra foot for every foot it moves there, so difficult terrain. And it has disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
So it's
in that
worse.
case-
So it's worse than difficult terrain.
Right.
It's
Yeah, so it doubles with difficult terrain. So, okay. That being said, Anna is going to go into the middle of the room and turn into a horse.
Fuck yeah. You want to draft horse?
Yeah. I just because like I was thinking like, oh, how am I gonna get out of here with all the stuff? I can squeeze. I can fucking figure this out.
Does anybody have animal handling or land vehicle proficiency?
Layden does.
There you go, Anna.
Anna nays.
You turn the vision on for it real quick.
The reason I say that is they would probably know how to use rope to rig not a harness, but a what's the word I'm looking for? That holds packs. The way to attach packs to either side and keep it balanced would be my thought.
Could Anna like guide someone to do it? Because I think she has animal handling.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she'll guide. She knows how to do it. She'll guide someone into doing it.
Oh, and you have telepathy, right?
Yeah, with Althea. Very useful out of combat.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So, Althea, as you go through those crates, it appears to be a lot of different stolen goods.
Okay.
There is 6 of the crates. Most of them are empty, but 3 of them contain a lot of random stuff. There's 10 days worth of rations in one. There's a bag of 20 caltrops. There's 3 flasks of alchemist's fire.
Ooh.
There are 6 sets of manacles, 4 tinder boxes, 9 of those wickedly curved daggers, and 4 potions of healing.
4 more potions.
Yeah,
Let's
you guys are
go.
getting laden with potions.
That'll be useful later.
And for everybody, you get a potion, and you get a potion, and you get a potion.
See, that's how you meant to go through this dungeon, is keep finding potions of healing so you can keep healing.
I love that last fight with Vaz, though. It's one of my all-time favorite D&D fights. It's just so creepy and just like by the time like the 3rd unstoppable is used, everyone's just freaking the fuck out.
If he had any help, his difficulty would ramp with anybody to help him.
Yep, even one cultist to help him. And I say again, can you guys believe this is a level 2 encounter?
Oh god.
Like, this is supposed to be taken on by level 2 characters. Like,
I guess the only reason why I can think of that they would do that is because of how many potions of healing they put into.
Right, and they put them in this room right before you go in to fight them too.
Yeah, like they make it so that you're full health and everything when you go in, ideally.
You were talking about that last session with the witch with her necrotic fireball. Out of curiosity, I looked up a couple of YouTube videos that just covered that battle, and out of 3 videos, 2 of them were TPKs.
Yep.
That would feel terrible. I would hate that so much.
Right? I mean, it's not even like a TPK after this fight where you all were doing everything you could. It was a long, hard fight. I feel like that would feel more earned than just turning a corner and getting fireballed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, one of them ended on the 2nd round of the combat. It was over. Like, they were all dead.
Especially since she can cast it 3 times. She has 3 of those spell slots. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like a one-time thing. 3 is broken.
No, she has 3 spell slots.
That's insane.
Is she like a 7th level spellcaster, or like?
She's one of the stronger Merkle cultists. Let me see.
Because I feel like that's 7th level. You get like 3 3rd levels.
She's called a Master of Souls.
Yeah, I mean a monster can be given whatever.
Okay, sorry. She has 2 spell slots at 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
She is a 5th level spellcaster.
Okay, that makes it a little bit better. It was still terrible. Oh.
Yeah, she's
brutal. Oh. So, is there anything else for us to get in this dungeon?
So I told you about all the stuff that was in there. It was the 10 days worth of rations, the 20 caltrops, 3 flasks of alchemist's fire, 6 sets of manacles, 4 tinder boxes, and 9 daggers. I'll go ahead and copy pasta that into the Discord for y'all.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
And you said that crate to the south had torches in it.
It was full of torches.
Like that, right? Yeah.
Hello, I am squeezing.
Alright. Throw that into their loot.
For what it's worth, I regularly lead horses through stall doors that are 4 feet wide,
Oh, nice.
with me beside them. The idea that a horse can't squeeze down a 5-foot passage is insane.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
it's not that it like actually takes up this much room, just that it like
Right.
it can like control that much space.
Right.
Exactly.
Like I saw a TikTok that really I if I was ever to play on tabletop again, which I really hope to do someday, but I would definitely use this. And here I'm gonna use your horse as an example. So.
Oh, I also keep going.
Second.
Sorry.
So the thought is that takes up just as much space, but is a better representative of the size of the creature.
Most actual miniatures of horses are shaped like that.
Right.
Do you mean like 3 by 1 by 3? You mean?
No. Like this. So the theory behind it is that you still have the exact same amount of spaces that you can stand to hit it as if it was this big, right? So with a creature this size, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces that you can stand to hit it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I guess that does take it down by 2.
If you add the additional, if you make it 1 by 3, it would be the same, I think.
Okay. See, but that doesn't make any sense because a horse isn't 15 feet long.
And it doesn't control it. Even with kicking behind it, it doesn't control 15 feet.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense on the TikTok. I have not actually put it into practice yet, but it made sense on the TikTok.
I think
that's the shape of most horse miniatures is the 5 by 10.
So
Also, when she went into her wild shape, she left the rope. She left the rope that she was carrying. Like she didn't wild shape that into her form, so like people can like use the rope to tie it around her.
Okay. I think we all have rope, so.
Yeah, she wanted to use hers. She wanted to be helpful. Okay, continue, Althea, sorry.
So if we've gotten everything from down here, I'm assuming there's nothing else. I'm just going to assume we searched the other room as well that had the closed door.
We can say that you guys searched all of the rooms. The only room that you haven't searched yet was very obviously full of zombies.
And we left it.
Right.
Yeah.
The room that Valifon walked past and heard all of the moaning and banging coming from.
Well, we fought one room with zombies.
We'll just say we all like cast shatter in the room at the same time to obliterate them.
I mean, if you want to try to take the room down, you can certainly try something like that.
Nah. Now we go load up all the chest full of copper pieces.
We'll just tell somebody to go finish off the zombies later. And say that there's just a couple of zombies need to be cleaned up. That'll be fine. Alright, let's get out of here.
Do we want to do any healing before we head out?
We could probably heal like in the city or like at the inn or whatever and take a long rest because I don't think we're gonna get anything from a short rest at this point.
Yeah, also we don't have many spell slots left among us.
That's right. I don't have hardly any.
Okay.
Let's just head out and get to the inn.
Would the horse be able to go up the stairs out of this place?
We'll say that your horse, with some work and not any small amount of squeezing, you can get the horse out of here.
By the way, a fun thing about the daft horse, because it's halved movement twice, I can only move 10 feet per round.
Oh no!
Yeah, but a round is 6 seconds.
Right, slow going, but you can get out of here. So, give me just one moment, so I can teleport y'all out.
Yeah, slow going.
There we are.
As we're walking out, I'll just be chatting with the party and be like, we should report what's happened to the what was his name that was at the gate.
Zodge.
Wolf?
Wolf. Yeah.
Bod?
Oh, yeah. Alex and Valifon, or Leighton and Valifon. You all haven't met. What's his name again? Anacola?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Anna's
Ghost?
gonna go over to Althea and like try and find the hair that she'd taken.
I'll just be like, good horse, and just like kind of pat the horse and just like walk away.
She's telepathically screaming.
I'll say it pretend like she can't hear anything and just keep walking.
Anacola, you should use the superpower of every horse I've ever known and go to each of these tubs of water and poop.
What the fuck?
That superpower.
What
To
is
the water tubs.
Oh my gosh. After kind of laughing a little bit in my mind, I kind of get to pass the hair back to her.
Okay, she'll go over to Ghost and place it on his head and try and calm him down, in case he's scared to see a horse.
No, he approached you, sniffed you a couple times, and immediately went into happy dog mode.
Aw. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she can't really introduce the dog right now, so I'm gonna do that.
But Ghost was a runty little direwolf that the party met on the road, while El Toro was still there, and rescued a little girl that was up in a tree, and this little direwolf came out and was being bullied by the other wolves, and after the party dispersed those wolves, this direwolf started following you all around.
Though only Anna's aware that it's a direwolf.
Right, only Anna is aware that it is a direwolf.
I just imagine using the wolf as like a mount later.
What time of day is it?
It is late afternoon at this point. Well, actually, you guys did take 2 short rests in there, so it's probably early evening now. Sun is setting.
That will go flitting out, looking around to make sure the coast is clear as we're leaving.
The coast is in fact not clear. As the bat goes out, it sees on the other side of the stone wall to the north 5 crouched figures. One of them looks up and spots the bat flying overhead and does like a gesture that says, "Go, go, go." And 5 individuals come vaulting over the wall.
Is there any windows in this room?
Shit.
I yell I say, incoming, guys.
Yes, there are windows in there. You can see out.
Okay. Charge towards the windows.
So, as the bat emerges from the bathhouse, and as you all see throughout the windows there, 5 figures leap down from the top of the courtyard wall to confront you all. In addition to their black leather armor, they wear strange masks and cloaks that give each of them a vaguely dragon-like appearance. All 5 have drawn and brandished curved steel blades reminiscent of dragon claws.
Fucking dragon cultists.
How wide are the windows? How wide are these windows?
So there are windows here, here, and here. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see any of those things. There is a window here, there's a window here, and there is a window here. Each one is only about 2 feet wide and is as tall as the room is tall. They're stained glass.
Dang it. Okay. There's no escape.
Well, we can funnel them, so.
So the one in the lead steps forward, and he kind of folds his arms over his chest, his blade sticking out from the other side, and he says, "You lot look like you have been through the ringer." And he takes his sword and points it at the draft horse, and he says, "I see you've all gone through the trouble of retrieving our gold for us." He looks back towards one of the cultists who has his eyes closed, and he just lifts up his hand and points right at Anacola. He says, "He tells me that you have our queen's gold, our queen's treasure. We've come to collect it. Let's not do anything too hasty here. We're not your enemies. You've slain our enemies. There's no reason we can't be friends. My name is Ultis. What is yours?
Althea kind of just like glares at him, but reluctantly for the moment, we'll continue chatting. My name is Althea. Althea Sky.
Well met, Althea. You lot look like you could use a long, quiet rest. Why don't you just give us what was stolen from us, and you will be on your way, and we can return to our queen. No one needs to get hurt here.
I'm gonna turn over to our friend Walrock, was it? Warlock, and I just kind of like whisper to him and be like, "How are you feeling?"
He like kind of shrugs his shoulders and is like, "I'm ready."
I'll turn towards the others and just be like, and just like whispering, I still have one spell slot.
Murder.
Murder. The horse just thinks.
Yeah, she nods.
All right. I think everyone's in agreement then. I'll turn over to them and be like, with all due respect, the fact that we went through all of this trouble, killing everything in there, and also having to deal with all those damn cultists today, I really don't want to dirty my blade anymore. Now, she's gonna like, her eyes are gonna start glowing a bit. Tell me one thing. Yes, we may be a little battered, but if we just clear an entire dungeon like that on our own, which might I add was a lot more than just the 5 of you, and she's gonna kind of like bulk up right now, as like the glow in her eyes gets even darker and brighter red. Do you really think you can take us? And she's gonna try to intimidate them.
Okay, go and roll intimidation.
Wish I still had a spell, Blade Song use left.
Let's go.
So Althea, he kind of takes a step back and looks around at his other compatriots and says, I don't think you understand what will happen to us if we leave here without that treasure. It's far worse than anything you could ever do to us. Our queen is not a forgiving queen. But we are not unreasonable. Simply give us the crown, and we'll be on our way.
Well,
Does anybody
guys,
have? Does
this
anybody have a?
crown- Go ahead.
Does anybody have?
It was worth
Does anybody-
250 gold.
Does anybody have an ability to like put like a tracking spell or something on the crown?
No.
We're definitely. If I do, but we're out of spell slots.
Ah, damn.
Wait, no, I'm not. My token, I can track it for up to 10 miles. Or I can like speak to who's holding it, and I can scry on it once.
It is a crown. Think about how you would get that onto there that they wouldn't notice.
Tie a piece of hair to the ground. Oh, that's all I got.
Well, if we live to see another day, we can always track them down later. It would definitely be an interesting fight.
No, yeah, it's still a horse. I mean, Anacole. I always mix up the two names. I'm so sorry. Anacole is still a horse.
Yeah.
Althea's not one to run from a fight, so that's up to you guys.
Okay, it is 250 gold. How much did we have total? Yeah, if we sell everything. If we sell everything and get it all to
It
gold.
was 244 with all the other stuff we had. It'd probably get around close to 300 without the crown.
So pretty much half your loot from this fight.
Yeah. Keep in
Anyone?
mind, keep in mind, we'll probably get the reward for dealing with this cultist in this bathhouse as well. It should be 300 gold each.
Our
And
our quarrel is not with these guys.
our
We
quarrel
need
was
to go.
specifically with the dead 3 in this scenario. Dragon cults are still worrying and still need to be dealt with, but we were specifically hired for the dead 3.
But also, I like money. We are also very weak, though.
Layden, do you have an opinion?
Layden wants to kill the dragon cultist, but Layden's hurt right now.
How do these guys look? Like, are they looking armored or just like cloth armor?
They are all wearing leathers. They are pretty thoroughly armed. The one in front of you, the one in the lead, has one hand out and one hand holding his sword, much akin to the way someone would be standing if they were also a spellcaster and a martial fighter. He is prepared. You can tell by what he's wearing, how he's standing, and his mannerisms that he is a caster.
Yeah, we have no idea what they have. There's no way of guessing.
Yeah. I think the crown is a small price to pay to walk away from this fight.
We can
We'll kill
always
them
we
later.
can always get it back later. All right, so Althea will grab the crown and like hold it out in front of them.
The one in the lead gestures somebody to go up and grab it.
Throw it at them. Deal damage.
I'll use before he even gets there. I'll use Mage Hand to take the crown and float it across.
Okay. He picks it up out of the air. Takes a step
And
back.
and as they take it, she'll just be like, the only reason why we're not going to fight this fight is because it's been a long day and I just want to get a nice bath. Take your leave. I don't want to see your faces.
The one that was speaking to you the whole time bows. He says, hopefully we don't meet again.
For your sake, I hope so.
He gestures towards the other cultists. And they all scale the wall. And leave. And on that note, everybody, we are going to go ahead and call this a session.